Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode, well not really, the second episode technically, of Train Sim World 2. And today we are starting our Bakerloo line journey as a Bakerloo line driver. We're going to be today doing our training. We're going to be doing the 72 stock introduction. We're going to be taking an introduction to this lovely 1972 rolling stock that is still used in London throughout this day. I have been on a 72 stock and I do really like it. It is a nice little train. One of the few London Underground trains, I think it might be the only one to have forward-facing seats. Maybe the S8 stocks do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the only deep level troops definitely to have forward-facing seats. But we'll go ahead and load in to the tutorial. So if you guys haven't seen my introduction video on this game and of the Bakerloo line, check that out before watching this video. It would have been uploaded probably a few days before this one. We're running on ultra settings, just using keyboard. You know, I personally don't think you need a controller for this game, as in like a rail driver controller. I don't even think this game supports it just yet. Now it will be a bit pixely until it loads. We're on ultra though. And it's running 60 FPS on Ultra with my 1060 card, so absolutely lovely.
Tube stock that operate on this line. During this session, you'll be taken through the startup procedure, critical driving controls, and passenger operations at several stations. Head over to the indicated train and climb aboard to get started.
Okay, right, we'll go ahead and climb aboard our train. I like to just keep quiet while that guy's talking in case you guys want to listen. You can't climb aboard on these doors either. You need to open this door to do it. I think in real life you would use this front door to get in if you were the driver, but it doesn't seem to work in this game unless they're missing something. No, it just doesn't seem to work. So I'll go ahead and jump in now.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
That's right. You can see there's a London Tube map. Not the best resolution considering I'm on Ultra, to be honest. Is it up to date at least? It looks pretty up to date. Although the purple Metropolitan light looks mildly dodgy. It doesn't really look purple, does it? It looks mildly purple, but maybe not quite as purple as the real life thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and climb aboard and sit in our lovely Bakerloo line cab.
The control switch activates the train for operation.
Turn it on. And I want to insert the direction key.
Direction of travel. This train features a combined power brake handle.
There we go, we'll let that cancel.
As indicated.
And then we need to cancel the audible warning, so we'll go ahead and hit that.
Train is now ready to depart. Set the direction selector and apply power.
There you go, just apply very basic power up to shunt, and we're going to drive ourselves down to Queen's Park now. I think from what I remember, I have already done the first scenario and the tutorial on this map, and this is, I think we do two stops after this, so we get to go into the tunnel. Just need to quickly pause the game there, my headphones have gone a bit weird. Fallen off a bit. There we go.
A comfortable and safe stop.
So yeah, it's a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit into Queen's Park. Now on the underground, when you pass a speed limit, that speed limit comes into effect immediately. However, they weren't able to code it. I have no idea why. Personally, I don't understand why it shouldn't. I mean, they have that coding for the brakes, so why they can't have that coding? And like, I mean, they have that coding for when the speed limit goes down, so why can't they have it for when it goes up? I don't know, but we'll leave that alone. But basically, so this game will tell us as we're speeding when I pass a new... Because I'm going to adhere to, obviously, the timetable is London Underground timetable. For some reason, they tried this tutorial actually to overshoot. I have no idea why. But I don't open the doors. But yeah, basically, so I'm going to be speeding every now and then when we pass a new speed limit. Because I want to do it in line with real-life London Underground operations, and of course that's where the timetable has sort of come from, not what Train Sim follows. And also, if you follow what Train Sim does, because they've used the real-life speed limits, sometimes there'll be an occasion where the speed limit goes up, and then before you've even got to that speed, a new speed limit is coming to force straight away. So, personally, it's a good idea just to just to adhere to the London Underground rules rather than the game rules. It does mean that I will lose some points on some scenarios occasionally, but it's not a massive deal. I'd rather just stick to the real life kind of operations, if you like, the real life SOPs, standard operation procedures, really, rather than bothering to do what it does. So there goes. You can see there 35, so I'm going to speed up, even though the game, obviously, this is how it works on the London Underground. It's different to real life. No, it's different to other train services. And you can see there, look, the game's only just thought I was meant to go up to 35 now. But luckily, these things are not the quickest at accelerating, so by the time you actually reach 35, there's a high chance that you'll already be inside the speed limit zone, so you'll never be speeding by that much, which is good. But yeah, we're making our way along now to the next station. And we're approaching station, and we want to start slowing down here. Want to get ourselves... You know, the brakes on this thing are actually very strong, so although you might think it's quite difficult at first to sort of judge it, it's actually pretty easy to stop this thing. I've not really properly overshot yet. I've done a few minor overshoots, but nothing massive.
Take a quick glance at the platform.
Because this thing has some... This thing... I can't take a glance at the platform, these things don't work. But yeah, this thing has some very good brakes. And obviously remember, although on the real life Underground it feels really quick, you have got to remember the maximum line speed is 35. This is not a quick train. Go and shut the doors and let those shut, and away we go.
Proceed to the next stop at Maida Vale unguided.
And this thing goes quite slow to 5 miles an hour, and after it reaches 5 it starts to pull away, which I think is really good. It means you can just give it maximum power and you're still alright. So you can see 35 miles an hour all the way to Maida Vale now. I think after Maida Vale, I think we'll go one more stop, I think, in the tutorial, although I can't quite remember. The tutorial is, you know, if you look on the scenario page, apparently this takes 5 minutes, the tutorial. I think it takes more like 10, to be honest. Because of the amount of stops involved. I think it's just like a bog standard, like, you know, this tutorial takes this long. And it's the same for all the tutorials, because I've noticed, you know, it didn't used to be part of the tutorials that you did multiple stops. You used to just literally depart. You basically used to go into a depot, you'd go, stop, and that'd be it. Nothing else. I guess maybe it's because it's a tube line, maybe it's slightly different, I don't know. But in we go, start braking around this moment there, about 4 cars from the end. You know what, maybe my advice was a bit wrong. Okay, I forgot we're at 35 there, so I should have broken a little bit. So there you go. I can't believe that, though. Can you guys believe... I've never overshot that badly. And as soon as I say, oh, I'm good, I know what I'm doing when it comes to braking, that happens. Just when I'm recording as well. Had to when I was recording. Now no one's going to believe me.
Good work.
No, whatever.
All the basics of
oh, cool. So there you go. That is the tutorial done. Yeah, but to be fair, we're only 11 yards off. I've been more off than that in other scenarios. It's just that you notice it more on a tube train. But we'll go ahead and click E, and there we go. That is it. So you can see, because I turned off start automatically, it doesn't do that, which is really good. So I hope you guys found this really useful and enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next video, and bye-bye!